All right, so here is my cheap pawn shop guitar. Let's hear how it sounds. All right, so the story behind my cheap pawn shop guitar. I got this probably 5-6 years ago at a pawn shop that was closing its doors. Picked it up for about 20-25 bucks. And it originally was a Sunburst. And it looked, I mean, the paint job wasn't bad, but the pick guard was warped. The pickup was just a cheap, the cheapest of cheap humbuckers. And if I remember right, I think I changed out the bridge here too. I did change out the tuners because I prefer kind of the ivory looking tuners there, kind of the old school. That's kind of my thing. Like I said, originally this was a Sunburst and I wanted to try my hand at painting. And I watched a couple of YouTube videos and probably should have watched some more. So I bought a heat gun and a scraper knife, and I scraped off the paint. I tried to get down to the wood, and eventually it got so far down in there that I was scraping the wood off, and I didn't do a good job. We'll just say that. But eventually I painted it a flat black with a red Sunburst kind of in the middle. And the pickup that I put in it, the pickup that I put in it was another humbucker that I got from GFS. And the electronics I put in were from GFS. And it's that Quick Wick thing. This is not a sponsored video. I've used them a few times and their stuff is all right. So anyway, once I got that all put together, painted, it sounded really spanky, if you will. And so I got a sticker that said Spanky and I put it on here. And there you go. Well, one of the other things that I had done to it was when I was sanding the neck, I actually sanded it down just a little bit. And when I played it, it felt so good sanded that I wanted to keep the neck the way it was. So that's why in this color, the neck is still black. So anyway, I decided that after a while, I had a friend repaint it again, which cost me about 50 bucks. He did a good job, but it just wasn't what I was looking for. Relic guitars kind of became a little more popular, so I decided I was going to try to relic it. It didn't really come out all that great. And so for some crazy reason, I decided that I was really into TV yellow guitars. And that'll become more funny as you watch some of more of my videos where I now have 3 of them that look that way. But anyway, I had seen some TV yellow guitars, the actual Gibson version of this. I really liked the way it looked. And so I did some research and I found a company called Color Tone, and they do a Nitro cellulose spray can. And I had low expectations, and I think it exceeded my expectations. So I ended up spraying this guitar, I think 3 times total, front and back. And you'll notice if you look in or you zoomed in or something, you'll notice that it's not perfect. But I think if you were playing this on the stage, no one would notice. And I don't really. The sides of the neck here I tried to paint yellow, and then I left, like I said, I left this black. I put some tape here. It's not the greatest job, but it did the trick. I also kept I wanted the back of the headstock to be TV yellow, but I wanted the front to be black and the sides to be TV yellow, obviously. I changed out the pickup because I didn't like the humbucker that was in it. So I went with it's called, I think, a Dream 180, which is supposed to be a P90 mixed with another P90 put together. So it's kind of a humbucker, but it sounds like a P90, but without all the 60 cycle hum that you get from a single coil, especially P90. So anyway, that is the guitar in a nutshell. I did spend quite a bit of money, and like I said, initially this was $25, but I probably put in, after all said and done, about $300. But it was fun, and it was a learning experience, and something that I think everybody who owns a guitar, eventually they might want to take a stab at painting and modding and making the guitar be more like what you want. One of the things, this neck, the fretboard actually, is whoever had this before me, I think played it like crazy because the frets are pretty filed down, wore down or whatever, especially the higher you get up here. They're not, it kind of frets out a little bit, and it's not really like a neck warp or anything like that. Then the frets are just small. And now that I've got a couple of guitars that have jumbo frets, it's even more noticeable. But I don't notice any problems playing up in like the fifth position, playing your normal power chords and stuff up here. Get up here, gets a little quiet. So anyway, let's hear a few more little samples of this. So it is one pickup, but if you dial back your tone a little bit, dial it all the way back, you get that front neck pickup sound. Let's go about halfway. Full up. So anyway, this guitar, sorry for my hand there. This guitar is definitely, it's fun to play. It sounds good. The GFS pickup that I put in here, like I said, I'm not getting paid for anything. I really like the P90, P180, double humbucker. I like the aesthetic of it. From a distance, you really can't tell that it's looks like a humbucker back here, but up here, when you look close enough, you can tell that it's a P90 style. I like the way it sounds. It's not noisy like you would get with a regular P90. And currently I'm just using a Universal Audio. I think it's the new Marshall Lion 69 or something for my guitar tones and through my speaker monitors for my studio. So Sounded pretty good when I listened to a little demo of it earlier on my phone. And anyway, so there you go. So that is what I used. It's called Color Tone Nitrocellulose, and it's supposed to give you that more authentic, as it ages, it's supposed to kind of break up a little bit, crack, and kind of give you a better, more natural, relic looking kind of feel to it. So in about 20 years, when that happens, I'll do a new video. All right, take care. God bless.